The earliest forms of computers were created by a mathematician named Blaise Pascal, who actually invented 50 machines in 1645 that would compute mathematical equations. Thinking it to be a great invention, he believed that bookkeepers and accountants would clamor for his new device. Much to his surprise, however, the invention was rejected because the device threatened people who feared it would make their jobs obsolete. He abandoned work on the computers only to turn his fertile mind to other scientific endeavors. But others created early computing systems. By the mid-1800s, a French inventor named Joseph-Marie Jacquard created a predecessor to the punch card system, called the Jacquard loom, which automatically manipulated a weaving loom. It is British mathematician Charles Babbage, however, who is known as the father of computing for his work in the 1830s and 40s on a mechanical device most closely resembling today's computers.
Babbage is so significant during this time period is because he formulated what we now know today as the modern computer. There was an input, there was an output, there was a control unit, a processor, all these terms that today are incorporated into the modern computer.
The next big advancement in computing came in 1890 by a young census worker named Herman Hollerith. He created a punch card computing machine to aid in the seemingly impossible census count.
We take a census every 10 years, and it was taking more than 10 years, or they projected it would take more than 10 years to count the results. So clearly that's absurd. The 1880 census had taken 7.5 years, so it was already 7.5 years out of date when they finally got it.
Hollerith's machine was a success and remained in use for several decades. The 1890 census was completed in only 2.5 years. In 1911, Hollerith's successful business machine company merged with another to form the Computing Tabulating Recording Company. In 1924, they changed the name to International Business Machines Corporation, better known as IBM. Computing made its next great leap in the 1940s.
When you think of a modern computer, what you're really thinking of is an automatic digital computer. And the first automatic digital computer was the ENIAC, the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer.
The ENIAC project was funded by the U.S. Army in 1943 as a method of calculating mathematical firing tables for weapons launched during World War II. Previously, with the men off in battle, the complex weapons took a corps of 100 female mathematicians more than a month to figure a single firing table.
The ENIAC, I think, really put these massive machines into the public consciousness. People called it a giant brain, and there was this kind of first dawning outside the scientific community of what a computer could really be.
Aided by the creation of the simple transistor, what the computer turned out to be was an indispensable device that has forever changed the way we live and work.
Everybody's using them, and I think that's a very significant thing that's happening in our culture today. In fact, in schools, we've got children teaching adults. I can't think of another time in history where something like that has been true.
Whether editing a simple business letter or influencing the vast global economy, there is perhaps no other invention that has impacted the world as deeply as the computer.